So I'm gonna go through all the gym leaders and the equivalents to find out who is the most forgettable gym leader. Starting off with Blaine. I'm not gonna lie, the fact that this guy has a gym inside a volcano makes me kind of remember him. So I definitely know this guy. Let's see, Brock, just a goat. Erica's kind of forgettable. Giovanni, also a goat. Koga, kind of memorable, just because he was an elite four member. I think that's the only thing he has going for him. Lieutenant Surge, everybody likes this guy, but he's pretty to me. Misty, obviously a go. Sabrina, when you think of Kanto, you kind of think of her, so I kind of remember her. This guy is also a goat. I kind of forgot this guy existed. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Yeah, remember Bugsy?
No, he was kind of there. I don't even know if he was like the second or third gym leader, and I played Johto like 4 times.
The second leader, I know at least know this much.
Yeah, no, in the grand scheme of this list, I think he's pretty, like, who is this?
Yeah.
Chuck. Also, who is this? I literally do not remember the order to like where he is on the Johto games. Claire, obviously hardest gym leader of that first part of the game. Faulkner, I actually remember him more than Koga, just because he's the first gym leader of the Johto games. Janine, if I remember Koga, I remember her because she took over the gym. Who is this again? I remember
It's Jasmine.
Jasmine. Okay. I didn't remember her name, but I remember her because the whole like the gatekeeping of her gym. So yeah, she's a gatekeeper. So yeah, I remember her. Morty, the guy who wanted to meet Ho-Oh and Lugia, but he didn't realize he wasn't the main character. So yeah, I definitely remember this guy. This guy's gym was in such a weird spot, cause he low-key had Team Rocket like in his town, like not even like 2 feet away from his gym. So
Yeah.
other than
He's
that,
also the first ice gym, so
that is
just the
true.
painful memories of every ice gym coming forward.
That is true. So I definitely know him more than Koga.
Whitney.
Oh yeah, no,
I like Whitney.
I definitely know her. As a matter of fact, just because of that mill tank, I have to throw her in the GOAT tier list.
Brawly.
Brawly, he's a Gen 3 character. So like, and I know Gen 3 because I played it the most. So obviously Brawly has to go.
I think he is the weakest gym, mostly because it's just on a random island that you meet Steven.
Yeah, but you kind of, the flash cave makes it you remember like that island specifically. That horrible experience of you like going there for the first time, not having a Pokemon that can use flash, and you have to find one, which is probably gonna be Sableye, and you just gotta, deal with that and then go to the gym. Yeah, so I know this guy.
Flannery is very memorable.
Oh yeah, no, Flannery. Yeah, no. Next to Volcano, I don't know if she's good enough to go in the GOAT tier though. But Juan,
I like his name.
unless you played Emerald, which I know everybody probably did, but this guy is not as iconic as Wallace. Even though I know he's his teacher, I just think he's like, like you just don't remember like him as being the last gym leader
Wait, do the twins together. Do the twins
Oh
together.
yeah, the twins, they do have to go together. And I'm not gonna lie to you, low key, they have to go in I know them tier because they're not at GOAT status, but like the fact that they do a double battle is pretty crazy. Norman. Oh yeah.
Yes, the father of the protagonist for Gen 3.
Does he go in GOAT tier?
I don't know, because I think that's what most people will know him as, is just the father of the protagonist. If you take that away from him, what really does he have left?
He's just a normal man.
He's just a guy working a 9 to 5 at his gym. He's the first Larry! We didn't see it. He's the first Larry.
You know what? Actually, that might actually, like, I wouldn't be surprised if they're related to TBH. Okay. Roxanne.
I mean, first gym leader.
You just know her. Bro, Wallace is a GOAT. He managed to become a champion. Like, he's just a GOAT. God, what is this guy's name?
Watson.
Watson. It was on the tip of my tongue.
I only remember his name because it's a pun.
Okay, hear me out. He's not a GOAT, but he's definitely going above the oh yeah them tier because like that shockwave animation when you played the original Ruby and Sapphire and that thing would just one shot your starter. Crazy, bro. Crazy.
You could do it. It also begins with W.
Winona. Yeah, no. Definitely rememberable. Definitely. Cause she gate kept fly in Gen 3. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know his name is Brian, but like, if I see him amongst a sea of these gym leaders, I'm just gonna be like, bro, who is this? Right?
See, unless it's a game I've played, I'm only remembering them from the Pokemon anime, or like other media I've seen him in.
Yeah, and like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm filling the gaps with that too, because when I get to Gen 7, obviously I haven't played the games, and you know I watched some of the anime, so I'll be able to remember some. But like, bro, Ice Gym leaders, bro. Who?
Candace.
No, I know, but I am gonna put her in Anne because she's not forgettable, but she's definitely because she was at the top of the map, and you had to go so far to get her, you know. And ice gyms are just memorable.
Wait.
Crash or Wake? Yeah, no. Yeah, you can't forget Crash or Wake.
I feel like you also can't forget Fantia. Is that how people pronounce it?
Yeah.
Fantina.
Yeah, she was pretty good. What is her name?
She's the grass type one. I got grass type one. It's like garden something. I know it's I know gardens in
Gardenia.
That's it. I remember her name being a pun of garden.
I'm not gonna lie to you, just because she's a grass type gym leader, and those are usually the ones I steamroll. Because I personally picked the fire starter. She's kind of like on the ant tier with me, like definitely below Erica. Because I just remember Erica. She's like Gen 1.
Mhm.
Maylene. I remember her, and I remember her better than the Ice type gym leader from Gen 2. So I'll at least put her here, but I don't think like if I'm thinking about all of them, she doesn't pop in my head. You know, obviously this guy is the first gym leader.
Yeah.
What's this guy's name?
It's like rock but with an A in it. I think something along those lines.
I don't even know his name.
Roark?
Yeah. There we go. Did you?
I knew it was rock with an A. I'm remembering all the pun names. I hate this.
Yeah. And I remember he's his son. So yeah, that's how I kind of remember this guy. If I can remember him, I can remember him. But other than that, I just don't know who this guy is. Bro, the fourth Hokage, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hokage.
Minato has to go in GOAT tier.
It's not Minato, that's Volkner.
He's the fourth Hokage today. I remember in the anime he just openly threatened the like he wanted all the smoke with the that fired like Elite Four member. He was talking junk to them. Bryson, I played Gen 5, but just like
Another ice type guy.
I'm just gonna say the eyesight gym leaders are just like not that rememberable.
There's only one that's memorable, and it's for the wrong reasons.
Like yeah, Bugsy. I kind of remember him. It's like, oh yeah, this guy. Charon. Okay, Charon, just because he like you actively like see him in the first game, and then the second game he becomes a gym leader and opens his gym up, and he's the first gym leader ever. Low key, and a lot of people, I feel like he's underappreciated, and I'm going to put him in GOAT tier just because you see him like, you know, rise through the ranks.
Yeah. Oh, those three are iconic. You have to put those three together.
I'm sorry.
I was
okay.
Only because of the okay. The green one has to go in GOAT tier just because of the anime.
Yeah.
The other two.
Yeah, they can go. You know, I'll put them at the top. Of I know them because if you think of Silent, you can think of his two brothers, Crescent and Chili. Clay, unironically, like when you think of Unova gym leaders, he is one of the ones that come to mind. I don't think he's in GOAT tier, but I do definitely know him. Like,
I will say, if this is my personal list, he would have went up a bit because if you've ever played Pokemon with too many types, his gym type is a gun type.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting, but I can see it definitely. Drayden. I know him too. He's actually pretty good.
I'd say he's a pretty iconic dragon type gym leader.
Same thing with Elisa. Probably, I'm gonna go as far as to say as Elisa is the best electric type gym leader in the series in terms of like.
What about the most recent one?
She's definitely close, but I think solely off of gym design is gonna have to go to Elisa. Because the fact that she had the roller coaster in Gen 5, and then Gen 5 Part 2 she had the catwalk, and she showcased like her background as a model in her like both iterations, it's kind of like, you know, she's more fleshed out than
I also remember her from the anime. She had like a little dynamo.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go as far as put her in GOAT tier. She's like super memorable. Iris got to go on GOAT tier like immediately, and I would even go as far as to say top of GOAT tier because she's like came a long way, both in the anime and in the games. Leona, I remember her. Second gym leader.
Yeah.
Okay, Marlon, you didn't play Gen 5 Part 2, but he's actually the last gym leader of.
I was gonna say I've seen him before, but I know nothing about his gym.
Yeah, no. Every time like you defeat him in the gym battle, he just like or talk to him after that. He just kind of swims, like he jumps off like a deck at the back of his gym, and he just swims off. Like that is
that's
definitely
great.
Iconic. But if he had more screen time, he would easily have been a GOAT tier. Roxanne's also pretty memorable just because she had like that long like multi-episode battle with Ash, and she was in Gen 5 Part 2 as the second gym leader, and she was one of the newer ones, and her gym had voice acting, so it was actually like one of the memorable ones.
I also think up until this point, she's definitely got the most out there design for a gym leader.
Yes. Skyla.
I remember her from the anime, mostly because Ash got really mad at her.
Yeah, because she was doing the battles in her head based on like weaknesses.
Yeah.
And she actually like flies you to different she flies you. Yeah, she flies you to like several places in Pokemon Black and White too, like the nature reserve, and she flies you to this other part of the map, and she can fly you back. So yeah, pretty memorable. Clement, GOAT tier, just because of the anime. All his inventions that always failed, GOAT tier. I would go as far as to put him not above Brock, and I need to sort this out actually, real quick.
You do it after.
Yeah, I'll sort it out after, but yeah, definitely like these all need to be sorted, but everybody else doesn't. It's okay, it's fine. Who is this?
That's Grant. You don't remember Grant?
I know it's Grant, but like, bro, when you think of Kalos gym leaders, he's actually like, he's not who is this per se, but he is like, Karina.
Her Lucario in the anime is
I have to
what
say,
I think of.
She is definitely because the anime GOAT tier.
Olympia.
See, the whole thing she had going on with her town and the premonition stuff, and even in the anime, like, I have a hard time just because the characters I put in GOAT tier are there for a reason, but she like had such an impact on the game with like her like foresight into the future and the anime that I'll put her at the top of I know her because I definitely know her. This guy, I don't even know his name.
Ramos?
Is that his name? I don't know.
Something along those lines.
I'm just gonna put him at He's just in the grass type gym leader curse spot, like, bro. Unless you're silent, I just don't remember you like that. I know her just basically because she was like the first fairy type gym leader when it debuted. And her design is
her gym's cool with the little rooms and stuff. Like, I mean, okay, the room design is not Saint new in the gyms, but I mean like the aesthetic.
Right. So she definitely just in her design too is pretty out there. So definitely I know her.
Yeah.
She actually was with Ash and her companions. I think her name is Viola, right?
Yeah.
She was with Ash and her companions for a while, so she definitely stands out, but I don't know if she's on the same level as Corona, so I'll just put her at top. I know them. But yeah, no, Corona was more iconic.
Wolfric.
Now, Wolfric didn't have that much screen time in the anime. And his gym was kind of like, because I believe his gym showed up after the whole Big Team Flare confrontation. So you kind of sweep through him pretty quickly and forget about him. But Ash did have to like train to defeat this guy. So I'm going to put him in I know them tier, but he's definitely not like GOAT status.
Alola.
What's her name? Ace Roller?
It's
Ace Roller, right?
Yeah.
I haven't played the Gen 6 game, so I'm just gonna let you rank the Gen 6 people.
So obviously these ones don't have the traditional gym. So her whole thing is you go into this abandoned mall, and you have to fight like 4 Pokemon, and her totem Pokemon is the Mimikyu.
Okay. Would you say she's like memorable?
I say she's memorable because she has you use the Poké Snap mechanic.
Okay.
And also, my very first playthrough, Mimikyu wiped me so many times. I could not for the life of me discover what I could beat Mimikyu with, because it's a ghost fairy type.
Okay. Now, I want to also layer on this, because I know this much about her. She eventually, at least in the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon games, she joins the Elite Four.
Oh, she's in the Elite Four in the first lot.
Oh,
in Moon
too?
as well.
Okay.
Yeah, she's in the Elite Four.
So
and the only reason she's in the Elite Four is because the Dark type Kahuna, who's on this list, he didn't want to be there, so she's there in his place.
Ah, okay. So where would you put her at?
She's one of my personal favorite characters, but I'd say maybe I know them. I don't think she's the GOAT.
Okay. This guy right here, does he go?
This guy is the GOAT purely because when the Ultra Beast came through, okay, the Moon one isn't as impressive, but if he played Sun, Boswell was only locked towards Sun. This guy tries to fist fight Boswell.
Oh, that's actually crazy.
And Tapu Koko comes to save him.
Okay. I don't even know her name.
Hapu. She's
That
cool.
did ring the bell.
She's the ground type Kahuna. She has like a mud saddle as her like ace.
Where do you put this at? Where do you put her at?
I'd put them as I know them, but I feel like I could say that about like all of them. But yeah. Okay, this guy can go in, oh yeah, them. He's the first one, but it's kind of just like, oh, you're here.
Okay.
Okay, these next three are big anime ones, so...
Yeah, are they immediately ghost status because of that?
Actually, if I had to put them all above, I think the fire one, I forgot his name. He goes above because his trial in the actual game, he has dancing Marowaks.
So you say, like, which one?
So the first one there, he's like, if you can put them all in goats, to be honest, because they all have pretty good ones, but his is my favorite. Oh, what's her name? I recently ran into her again during my playthrough. She's a fairy type trial, but she doesn't have an actual trial, so you kind of just run into her and fight her, and she's a fairy type one. I don't remember her name again.
So where do we rank her? I know her, or oh yeah, them.
Just put him. You can put him in oh yeah them.
Okay.
This guy, I know in Ultra he's in the Elite Four.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually do a trial, so but like okay. You see the other kid that appears in the anime in Sun and Moon. Yeah, he's the actual captain for the electric trial. But I guess this first guy was the first. What was his name? I keep forgetting his name. Like it was something simple. But I guess he was the first one, and he's training this guy. But so you don't actually fight this guy's trial. You only fight him in the Elite Four.
Okay.
And Ultra.
So
like he's cool, but like he doesn't get a whole lot of screen time.
So it's oh yeah them.
Yeah.
This guy.
Oh my god, this guy. He, like, at first you're like, oh, he's just a lazy guy. And then you just start learning more about him and your interest is piqued. So, he's the kahuna for the third island, I believe.
Oh, he knew Giovanni in the anime for some reason, too.
Yeah. And, cherry on top, he was to do with this, he had stuff to do with the secret police.
Okay, so does he go in the goat tier?
He knew Looker. He knows Looker in the epilogue of the
he's just too
Sun and Moon
to go in with the rest of these guys.
Olivia, she's cool. She had that thing with Brock in the anime.
But is she goat tier though?
She's not. I don't think she's go to, but like I know her.
I've seen this design, but I don't know who this is.
This has to be an Ultra because I don't recognize this.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick them just because I know the design. I'm just gonna stick them and I know them.
He's a big anime guy as well.
Gotta go in goat tier. All right.
Now we're on to Gala.
Okay, Alistair. Obviously, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, this might be a hot take, but design-wise, stands out more than like anybody in that gen. So just
yeah. Oh wait, also you didn't fight this guy because you played sword and I got shield.
This guy.
What did he use again?
Ghost types.
Yeah, I know he uses ghost types, but I'm trying to remember what his ace was again. I think it was Annihilate. No.
Gengar, like G-Max, or wait, was it?
It might have been G-Max. Hold on, let me look at his team real quick. Yeah, it was. He had oh yeah, that was the Yam Mask one. He had the Galar Yam Mask. Okay. He had a Mimikyu, the Galar Cursula, and yeah, Gigantamax Gengar was his ace.
Okay, so definitely know him because his design. Okay, these ops right here, bro. I'm just gonna slide her over here because I see her. These two are such big ops. But
wasn't the pink one for sword?
yeah, but like, do you remember them? Like, would you remember them if you think of the gym leaders?
They're only in the DLC though.
They are, and I'm gonna count that because like, there's probably more DLC people down there. I think.
I mean, they weren't nice, but like I just kind of remember them being there, and then I moved on to the DLC.
Yeah, so it's. I'm just gonna put them in. Oh yeah, them. Okay, low key. Cause she was the reason why I even came up with this video idea. Low key, one of the most dedicated gym leaders, if not the most dedicated gym leader on this list to their job. She tried to throw hands with her Machamp. That went pretty bad.
Oh yeah, and that one animated short.
Yeah, so she gave Ash like several L's. So I'm just gonna put her in GOAT tier for that. Yeah. B.
This guy.
This guy was such a hater. This guy was.
He was actually a top tier hater on what was his name again?
I know he was a hater on the protagonist. And are you talking about Hop?
Yeah, that's it. He was also just hating on Hop 24/7.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Dedication for hating that much, and like low key, he's one of my favorite rivals. Like a lot of people don't like Sword and Shield like that, but I actually like this guy because he had his own like, you know, he found out he sucked. He couldn't back up his words when he battled. Oh, I'm endorsed by the chairman. I'm endorsed by the chairman. The chairman.
And then he got
care.
fired.
Yeah.
And then Opal took him in.
Yeah. So like, I want to put him in GOAT tier, but I don't know. It's up to you.
You could have been good too.
Like that hating, it's just generational.
This guy. Gordy? Something along those lines.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
He's kind of forgettable.
Yeah, no, like I know these were the other two version, like splitting like gyms, but like, you know, you remember the fighting in the Ghost one, but like the Rock and the Ice one, and I hate this.
I remember the ice one. I remember the ice one.
I don't remember this guy, and I don't remember like her.
I remember her. I remember Melanie. She had the Gigantamax Lapras. I could not forget it.
I guess that makes her somewhat more memorable than her. I don't know. Would you put her in I know then?
I put him as I keep him where she is. Oh yeah, them like she's not iconic, but it's like not as forgettable as the Rock one.
I don't even know this guy's name, but I do remember his gym because I believe.
Oh, he's the fire one, Kabu.
Yeah. Okay, Kabu. I remember his gym because it was actually a tough one for me personally.
Did you start with the monkey?
No, I started with the Sword Bunny.
Oh yeah, you did. Well, I mean, I picked Sobble, so I mean, but
Yeah,
like,
you probably went through this like.
I probably don't remember him that well because like, he didn't have a chance to shine.
Yeah, and he's like when I think of the Galar gym leaders, I think of like B and Alistar, but I don't really think of Kabu, so I'm just gonna go in like, oh yeah, them. Marnie, okay.
I think people are gonna actually hate on you if you don't put her higher.
I get she's trying to put her town on the map, and I get she's constantly improving, but like, it's just Team Yell, man. Team Yell, low key makes her a lot more like, not her, but like her story just a lot more lackluster, you know.
Damn.
Okay, to everybody that's gonna hate where I'm about to put her at. Cause
Oh
she's not
no.
going in GOAT status. I'm not gonna put her in oh yeah them tier. I know her definitely, but because of Team Yell, it makes me not want to know her like that. You know?
What about Piers though?
She ain't Piers.
What's Piz got above her?
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and rank Piers just because of that. Piers, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't remember him right off the bat, but when I do, and this is gonna be like a weird thing to say, and he's not gonna be ranked in the same like format as everybody else. I'm probably low-key gonna put him in GOAT tier just because he's actively one of the what seems to be stronger gym leaders who is capable of fighting Dynamax Pokemon without even Dynamaxing. Like, he's just the only person with a traditional gym, and people say he's pretty strong, and a lot of people like imply that he would definitely be probably one of the stronger trainers, if not like, you know, on the level of maybe like an Elite Four if they had one, if he actually Dynamaxed his Pokemon. So I low-key just want to put him in GOAT tier for standing out like that.
Oh my god, this guy. Milio. Milo? No, Milio.
I had the fire starter, so I kind of went through this one, but you had the water one. So what do you think?
I think at that point I got a different Pokemon to fight him with.
I have to say it.
I like his design, but like overall he's not too memorable. He's just like the first guy, and you're like, oh, he looks cool. And that's kind of where it ends.
I just gotta say it.
Wait, no, wait. I remember his gym. He had the Wooloo thing.
Yeah, and it was pretty cool. But I have to say it. It's the grass type gym leader curse. You just don't remember them.
He was also the DLC guy. He is the cub. Yeah. No, the Urshifu. Not Urshifu. Yeah, the dojo master.
I'm gonna put him in GOAT tier solely because like he was the former champion at Galar, and when he did like the kickflip stuff when you like battle him, like you kind of remember him. And he's just a dojo master, so
he's also just like the guy that introduced something into competitive that no one likes.
Oh yeah, Urshifu, bro. Like Unseen Fist is like.
Okay, this one is gonna be controversial. A lot of people like her.
I was gonna say.
I remember her gym because of all the pipes.
She also
reminds me of Mario.
She also had a short story animation, like B did, and I would say she's as. If she had more time in the anime, I would probably put her in GOAT tier, but I'll definitely put her at top of I Know Them tier because it's a short story and stuff, and she's a fan favorite. Damn. But like, I can't justify her being like GOAT tier, you know?
Opal.
Her gym was like she was so funny in the battle.
She was really funny.
Like, she just threw you off like every like 2 seconds.
I'm not gonna lie, just that like when you first play through her gym and you answer those questions and you get like the most brutal reactions ever of like her watching her Pokemon get buffed up or watching you get buffed up.
Yeah, so but does that make her GOAT tier though?
I also like how she kind of just kidnapped Bidet.
That, yeah, okay, yeah, I had to put up her.
She was like, you child, you have potential.
Okay.
Also another DLC guy.
Wasn't he like Chairman Rose's brother?
I'm gonna be honest, I only recognize him as the DLC guy. I actually don't remember anything about him.
Can you look up if he was a champion before? Because I felt like they said he was the one before Leon. And he was the one after the Dojo Master, but the one before Leon. I don't know. He showed up in the Crown Tundra DLC.
Wait, the old guy whose name was Mustard?
Yeah, okay, Mustard. That was his name.
Peony.
Was he a champion?
Peony. Upon arriving in the Crown Tundra, you encounter him who has brought his daughter along on an adventure to find the truth behind the tales of the legendary Pokemon in the area. Listening isn't his strong suit, and his bold behavior draws plenty of attention, but he's a kind side and plenty of affection for his daughter. Okay, well, I got his name now. Let me do some more research. Pokemon.
Just Control F so you can type in the word champion. See if you, because I swear they said he was a champion before.
He's a former gym leader as well as Pokemon champion. Yeah.
There we go. All right, yeah. And this guy, I remember him from the Crown Tundra one. I think.
And yeah, Chairman Rose is his older brother.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put him in GOAT tier because.
But the fact that I don't remember any of that.
That is true though.
Like, we had to look this up. We didn't remember this.
He'll be on top of I Know Them.
Like, I definitely recognize him when I see him, but like, I had to
Yeah.
dig for his lore.
Okay, Raihan.
He's cool. I liked him a lot.
I am gonna go as far as put him in GOAT tier because he was like the closest to beating Leon. The closest.
He also is just kind of iconic, at least for the style of gyms they have.
True. And the Rotom phone where he takes like the selfies in mid battle, yeah.
I can't lie, that's just aura.
He was also like extremely tall for no reason.
I mean, everyone's tall to me.
5 foot.
We don't need to talk about it. This is the Legends people.
I don't remember like most of their names except for Emmett, but like I do recognize them. To me, everybody there except for Emmett, low-key will fall into I Know Them. I don't know about you.
So, okay. She, looking at all these, I got it pulled up. She was part of the Diamond Clan. Arizu, something along those lines.
I just have to put them on. Like me personally, I just have to put all of them except for Emmett and I Know Them because I remember all these people, but I can't like put them anywhere.
She apparently her counterpart is Commander Mars from Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah. She looks exactly like her actually. So
I love this old lady. She was the Pearl Clan. I forgot her name, but she was also like next level hating because every time you offered to help her, she was like, "No, go away."
yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put them all in there because I definitely remember all of them. Oh wait.
She doesn't have. She's also one of the more unique ones. Also, wait, don't put them all. We can rank some of them.
Oh, you want to rank someone?
Yeah, I mean, especially that guy. Do you see him?
Yeah.
I mean, the one after him.
Oh yeah, yeah, him. I was talking. This guy was gonna go and GOAT tier. Like, who doesn't remember from the Unova trains, like on the anime? Yeah, and his pose. I just find it so sad that like he just remembers the pose and like vaguely remembers the tidbits, but you just can't like put it together that he's not from there, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Ison? Is that his name? I remember him because he had the cooking dust. He had the cooking dust clubs.
Wasn't he like a big simp for her?
Maybe, I don't remember.
I remember like I think I remember that. But they're just not like you definitely remember them. I just don't think like anyone except for Emmett was GOAT tier in my opinion. So
Yeah, there's a few of them you can pot.
you think so?
Yeah, I'll let you know when we get to them. But
I don't
wait,
know.
they don't have Volo. But I guess he's not a gym. He'd be more like the
he's not a
champion.
gym equivalent.
He'd be more like the champion. But I was gonna say like, God.
Yeah, if Volo was here, he would have been on GOAT tier. So like
Also, I like that character. They were also like top tier hater.
True.
Also, you have to skip towards the end because the last two of the Arceus people are
Oh
there.
yeah. Let me grab them. I love this guy's design.
Adaman.
I actually like Adamant a lot.
He's iconic.
I put him in gold tier too.
And then if Irida.
Yeah, she goes in gold tier too.
Really solid. Now,
You know, I like
onto...
him better.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we just get the obvious one out the way?
Larry? 2 jobs, man. Dedication. She's also really iconic. Like,
I know.
yeah, she's almost like the face of the gym leaders, other than Larry, obviously. But,
I love how iconic Larry is.
I hate to put Grusha. Well, I'm just gonna grab it, Grusha. Everybody thought this was a girl in the trailer. This is why people remember him.
Again, the only most memorable ice type, and not for the right reasons.
Not for the right reasons. I actually remember her, cause I remember
Katie.
They were saying that she was like super strong, but since everybody comes to her gym first, she always has to hold back. So.
Also, she's like a little baker. She's cool.
Yeah, I like the aesthetic.
I call this guy Brass. That's what I remember him as. I don't remember his full name, but it's like Brass something.
I hate to say it, but when I think of these 8 gym leaders in this region, the grass starters.
Why is it always the grass ones?
Always are just the ones you forget. I know he had stuff in the anime. I know he's an artist. I just don't remember him when I think of all. Like, if I think of gym leaders, these are the ones I don't remember.
Can we put Kofu in a GOAT tier because he gets a child into gambling?
Oh yeah. That is the bro.
Rhyme's really cool.
Yeah, she actually like I'm gonna be honest with you. If you put all of them together, I think she stands out too. Like,
yeah.
But would she go in GOAT tier? Like,
ooh, that's a tough decision. She has a dancing dog on her thing.
Me personally, I have to put her in the I know here because like, I know them tier because like, you know, there's other pretty solid contenders with her. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Tulip. I'm not gonna lie. If it wasn't for you telling me which orders to fight the gyms in, I definitely would have walked into her gym too early and been demolished.
That, and like, I hate to say it, but it's, for me, I don't really remember her only because her gym is located like kind of at the bottom of the map.
It was also too easy because I took God, what's the name again? Springatux.
Yeah, you have Masquerada in it.
And that was a dark type, and she's psychic, so it was like cool. They couldn't do anything. I'm surprised you didn't have too much more of a trouble because you took
I don't think I used
dark.
Quable. I don't think I used it. I forgot who I used against her, but yeah. So now to organize the GOAT tier list really quick.
See anyone new above organizing?
Okay. Alright. So who is the number 1 GOAT? That is the actual question. Because it definitely has to be either Iris, Brock, or Misty in my opinion. I don't think anybody comes close to those 3.
So wait, who did you say?
Iris, Misty, or Brock. Or Blue. I think Blue will be like also up there too, because like he's just the first rival. He's like super iconic.
It should be Larry.
I love Larry, but he's not there. He's not there. He's a fan favorite. He's not there. He's not touching the top 3.
See, okay. as much as I like Iris, I don't think she deserves the #1 spot.
Okay.
Purely because she's a Gen 5er. Nothing against Gen 5, but it's just Brock and Misty came before her, and that's just the facts.
But think of like all of their character stories as a whole.
You telling me the early animes of Brock and Misty are not delightful? With the mistranslations?
Okay, they were pretty good, but like later on, they kind of like weren't. Especially in that last anime with Ash, they weren't really doing too much. They were just kind of goofing out half the time. But I
guess if you're looking at it from a story perspective, then Iris, because Iris was just like, she was just a goofball as well. She matched Ash's energy, and then just like Ash, she went on to become the champion.
She also threw hands with Cynthia, if that makes any give her any more credibility. She didn't win, but
I mean, everyone who's played Pokemon has thrown hands with Cynthia. It just was she traumatized? Well, she lost, so I'm assuming so.
Yeah. So I think I'll just be comfortable. I'll just do this with Ash, Misty. Well, not Ash is not even on the tier list. With Misty, Brock, and Iris, I think I'll just tie them in at the #1 spot because they're like. I might even put Misty over Brock because Misty like dragged Ash through the dirt. She just did not care.
Yeah, Brock was more like comedic relief when I think about Brock. Misty, she was like there to stand her ground and just call Ash an idiot. Brock was just there being bros.
I might even go as far as to say like Misty might actually be the #1.
They were also in a lot more movies than Iris.
Yeah, like I think I'll put Misty at #1. I think I'm comfortable with moving Brock to #2. Iris at 3. Who's going at 4?
Larry.
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay, this isn't even like a bias. Like I like Larry. Like Larry's a cool character. Don't be wrong, but his sheer popularity, I think, just has to deserve him there. Like for such a short amount of time, like
Yeah,
he is infinitely more popular than most of the people on this list.
That is true. That is true. Clement, I think I'm gonna keep Clement there because he's also pretty like anime like well known. I think I'd be comfortable with putting Gary /Blue/ I think in the Gary /Blue. I think his name's like Green in the, don't quote me on that, I think it's Green in the manga. He's also pretty iconic. First rival, first champion you have to go up against. So.
Oh yeah, I want to show you this image. It was not fun.
Oh, you're talking about the
the battle tree in Alola.
Yeah.
It was just, you get approached by Red and Blue. It's like, hey, you're this person, right? And it's like, choose which one of us you want to fight. And I was just like, bro, I'm not ready for this. I didn't look up your Alolan teams.
Yeah, Blue was in a good spot right there. He's iconic. Gary in anime was pretty iconic too. Let's see.
I think you have to put all the anime like stars above the rest.
Yeah. So, well, no, I don't even know about that with Silent, because Silent, Black and White wasn't really a popular anime. I know that much.
But then Iris is right there.
Iris was just like in Black and White too. That, like, honestly, if you take that away from her, I think she would be knocked down a couple pegs.
That's fair.
So,
wait, Ingo. Ingo's very popular.
Oh yeah. I'll put him up here. Actually, do we want to put Giovanni like ahead of him, or because Giovanni's pretty iconic?
I think it's like, okay, if you're gonna have Giovanni there, he's representing all of Team Rocket. And since Jesse and James are not on this list, he's there to represent.
But we're going solely off. Well, yeah. That is true.
Look, if you love Jesse and James, that's their boss.
But he doesn't make
And
that many
he's
appearances in the anime though.
yeah, but he's here because he's got the gym. He gatekeeps the gym. You gotta remember that he
That is
gates.
true. But then Gary takes over that same gym in Heart Gold Soul Silver, so I can't put him over that. Plus Gary was a hater. I think I'll just.
Anyways, I'm.
I think I'll keep Giovanni there.
All right, I'm gonna stop interrupting because this is your list.
No, you're good. You're good. Let's see. I don't know. You help me out here. Well, I'll just shift Silent up because Silent has to be like up here.
Should also move the starter like the water grass fire trio up because they were pretty popular in the anime.
Where's oh yeah, Hell
And now this is just like you rank them however you want to.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. Really like Wallace. I like these two. I'm gonna put her ahead of him. I actually really like Feed. I think Sharon's a better rival. I think she's the better electric type gym leader. But I think she's also ahead of her. I think Corina was also really prominent in the anime too. And I'd go as far as to say Corina's like actually low-key more favored than Silent. So yeah, she's definitely not forgettable. As a matter of fact, since this is just going based off of like how forgettable they are, I'm just going to put the gym leaders, like the more recent ones, up too, because like these are guys you literally think about whenever you think about like their region. So Raihan has to be above B and Sharon. Literally when I think of Gen 4 gym leaders, I think of Volkner. I think of him more than I do Sharon, if I'm thinking generation to generation. For Gen 5, she's just a lot more iconic too. For Gen 9, she's definitely more iconic too. Hala, when you think of Gen 6 Island Kahunas, this is the first person you think of, to be honest with you. So I definitely even put him above these guys.
I still just find it so funny. He tries to fist fight Buzzwole.
Let's see. And yeah, now that I'm looking at it, I might have to grab Claire and put her in GOAT tier because she actually did give, like, in the game, she did gatekeep that badge pretty hard. And in the anime, she gate kept Ash pretty hard too. And their fight with the Charizard versus the Dragonite was actually like pretty insane. You got the iconic seismic toss from that. Yeah, she has to go. Like when I think of Gen 2, you know what? I'm gonna see something real quick. I'm gonna think of each gen. The Gen 1. I think of Gen 2. Think of Claire. Yeah. So no order on the gym leaders really. I think of Claire when it comes to Gen 2. Gen 3, I think of Wallace. Gen 4, I think of Faulkner. Gen 5, Elisa grabs the attention. Gen 6, Corona. Gen 7, Hala. Gen 8, sorry, Raihan. And then Gen 9, yeah, okay, so I have one from each here. So yeah, no, this tier list probably, it's about right where it is. And the GOAT tier list. Yeah, just solely off of looking. And everybody after, like, Wallace, I'm comfortable with interchanging. But while it's on the up, I think is just gonna be the most iconic. Like,
yeah,
when you think about gym leaders. So, yeah, all in all, like, did not mean to do that. All in all, I think this tier list is pretty solid. Like, definitely this Brian, I hate to say it, is the most forgettable gym leader. And you know, all the grass type gym leaders, I hate to say it, they're all pretty forgettable, and so is the ice type ones.
Dang.
Yep. I think I am just comfortable putting every person where they are right here. Because at the end of the day, if you're a grass or an ice type gym leader, you're just gonna be forgotten. Because everybody picks the fire starter most of the time.